While opinions may vary, one thing remains clear. Video games serve their purpose. For many, they invoke fond memories of childhood enjoyment, moments spent making new friends, and perhaps even the occasional distraction from family dinners. However, it's perplexing to me how something like a video game could be linked to the tragic death of a 12-year-old boy. Well, this is exactly what happened to Gabriel Kohn. On July 23rd, 2007, in Santa Catarina, Brazil, the murder of Gabriel Kohn took place. But what even led to all this to begin with? Daniel Petry already had a history of violent outbursts which caused his parents to be highly concerned. Daniel's parents would take him to different psychiatrists in Brazil, hoping it would help him with his episodes. However, it never did much since he hated doctors to begin with and would refuse to talk to them. Eventually, he stopped going to psychiatrists after he acted out in one of his sessions. He also stopped going to school altogether, but no one thought much of it. People thought he was still getting help that he truly needed, but surely enough, that wasn't the case. Instead, Danny would spend his time playing Tibia, a multiplayer game that was on its peak of popularity. Danny would play Tibia for hours on end instead of receiving proper help. You're probably asking, what does this have to do with anything? One day on Tibia, Daniel stumbles around Gabriel Kohn. Surprisingly, they became good friends, or at least pretended to be, and they even resided in the same neighborhood. However, this so-called friendship wouldn't last too long. One day, Gabriel set up a private server for him and Daniel to play. Gabriel then asked Daniel if he could borrow 20,000 Tibia coins, which was equivalent to $1.75. Gabriel told Daniel he would repay the coins a couple days later. Daniel would pay Gabriel the 20,000 Tibia coins he had asked, but there was a small issue. The day that Gabriel was supposed to pay back Daniel, he logged in to play Tibia and noticed that he had been blocked from Gabriel's server, which meant he wasn't going to get paid back. What would happen next can be described in just one word: shocking. After finding out he had been scammed, Daniel decided to take actions in his own hands. He would proceed to go to Gabriel's house for bad intentions. Gabriel was home alone when Daniel arrived. He had no idea how mad Daniel had gotten. When Daniel was at the door, Gabriel let him inside, hoping he could make things right. But sadly, that wasn't the case. Daniel proceeded to viciously assault Gabriel before subjecting him to multiple acts of sodomy. With no one else present, as they were home alone, Gabriel's screams for help and pleas would go unheard. Before I go any further on this case, I'd like to give a warning because what I'm about to go into may trigger certain people. This part of the case should be for a mature audience only. After the attack, Daniel began to mock Gabriel as he was in pain and laughed at him as he laid on the floor, bleeding out. Gabriel then told Daniel he was going to tell his mom what he has done, but Daniel didn't take this lightly. Daniel would proceed to rip off the cord from Gabriel's computer and would begin to strangle him. To me, I found this really disgusting while researching this case. Apparently he was turned on because he sexually assaulted Gabriel while tightening the cord around his neck. What a weirdo. After Gabriel stopped moving, Daniel attempted to force his body into a crawl space, but it didn't work. Instead, he thought it would be better to just saw the body into pieces. And that is exactly what he did. Surprisingly, Gabriel was still alive even after Daniel sawed his torso. After he gained conscience, he started screaming from the pain. Once Daniel heard the screams, he got excited since he knew he was in pain and decided to keep sawing away on his body. Daniel would smile through his screams until his body was left in 2 pieces. Once Daniel finished sawing his body, he carved tibia symbols into Gabriel's body. He would make one last effort to stuff his body into the crawl space, but it just wouldn't fit. This led to Daniel to just leave it laying in the hallway and just flee the scene. It would be Gabriel's brother discovering his body later that same day. Gabriel's family would take action and would ask the police to make an investigation. The police immediately questioned Daniel as soon as they discovered their online argument. Daniel would admit that he killed Gabriel and would even provide them with gruesome details of how it happened. He showed absolutely no remorse for his actions, and when they asked Daniel if he was homosexual, he lashed out and denied those claims. You're probably wondering how long Daniel was sentenced for his brutal crime. Maybe 20 years, or maybe just 10. Neither. He only received 3 years in a juvenile facility. He wasn't even trialed as an adult. As of this video, Daniel has been released from the juvenile facility since around 2010, but we haven't heard much from him ever since, leading to me to think he might have changed his name or decided to keep his life privated. This doesn't change the fact that he's a horrible human. He took the life of a boy who wasn't even a teenager by that point. He took away a boy who was loved so dearly by his family. Now, from Daniel's mistakes, Gabriel's parents will have to live the rest of their life without their son. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm so close to 500 subscribers. Any support would mean the world to me. If I said anything wrong about the case, let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.